Hey there, it's Matt from Parable here, and I'm going to be introducing the new series we're going to be working on for the next few weeks. It's called the Parable Challenge, and every week we'll showcase a fairly recent indie title and show you guys a bit of the general gameplay. After you get a gist of the game itself and all of its accompanying mechanics, each of the Parable members are going to have a shot at what's hopefully going to be an interesting challenge. Of course, we're not the only ones who'll be having fun though. We'll give you guys a chance to get involved and even win some of the great titles we'll be playing, but we'll talk more about that a little bit later in the video. In the meantime, we hope you enjoy what we've brought to you.
The feature title in the first installment of the Parable Challenge is an indie title called A Virus Named Tom. It's developed by an indie studio called Misfits Attic, and it was released on the 1st of August on PC for $6.99, although at the moment it's on a Steam sale, so it's 25% off.
The title is a puzzle game in which you play as a computer virus developed by a mad scientist. The virus's name is Tom, and your objective as Tom is to create as much havoc as possible by spreading the ever-destructive green light. As the game progresses, the stages get harder, and more enemies present themselves to you. The game in total has over 50 stages in both single-player and co-op, as well as a versus mode. Although, at this point in time, the multiplayer is only local with no online support, with an exception of the leaderboards.
Now, before we dive into this week's challenge, we're going to talk about our opinions on the game. Now, personally, I'm not much of a puzzle game fan, but A Virus Named Tom manages to be pretty engaging, but also tense, but has a very modest difficulty curve, so it's never too difficult. Plus, the animated sequences are pretty great too.
I actually found it really difficult. I really struggled with the game. I'm not sure if I'm just like mentally inept, but...
No, I'm very much in the same boat. I found it really difficult.
Yeah, every single level was like... it felt like quite a large step up from the previous level, but not so much that you'd be sat there stumped for half an hour. It was the kind of difficulty curve which I'd say it was near enough perfect, but it was always a massive challenge.
The skip tokens were a very good implement.
Oh, I've yet to use mine. I couldn't forgive myself.
No, same. I felt really guilty every time I went to use one, and then I just was like, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this now.
But no, I'm very much like Octo in the fact that I don't particularly like indie puzzle games very much. Actually, full stop, I don't like puzzle games. I know.
I'd agree with that.
Even Portal I didn't have that much of a furore about, but A Virus Named Tom really is quite addictive, to say the least.
I'd say it's one of... This is like quite a strange admission, but it's probably one of the PC games I've had the most fun with this year. Not that I play a lot of PC games, but I've had an awful lot of fun with it so far.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I think A Virus Named Tom is definitely something that I'm not really sure it warrants the price tag of £7, because let's be honest, there's a fair amount of content, but the content is very, very similar to like everything is extremely exactly the same like the whole way through. But
it is.
There's no
very
online.
much all the same.
It's just local co-op and.
I believe I might be wrong in saying this, but I believe they are developing additional material for it.
Really?
That I think there's going to be a level editor.
Interesting.
I imagine people are going to go mad for the level editor.
Yeah,
that'll be great fun with that. So. But I think £7 for the amount that's been put in the game. I think £7 is just it's steep, but I don't think it's unreasonable by any means, because a lot has been put into the game.
I think if they manage to implement multiplayer somehow, that will definitely be
like an online multiplayer.
Yeah. I know it's going to be hard to implement for a puzzle game, but.
So yeah, A Virus Named Tom, decent value, no online multiplayer, but yeah, really good title, and you should definitely check it out.
The challenge this week for A Virus Named Tom is to steal as many of the enemy's energy reserves as possible without dying. Energy reserves, for those of you who don't know, are the glowing blue lights that you might have already noticed on the front and on the back of each of the enemies. To steal these, all you have to do is pull Tom in remarkably close to either the front or the back of the enemy, and he'll go ahead and steal that energy. In the event that multiple people actually manage to get all of the energy reserves without being killed by the enemies, we'll take time into consideration, and obviously the fastest time will win. So we'll see how this goes for everybody at Parable.
Oh yes, here we go. Look at my fantastic play right here.
Oh, that's amazing. Behind one of them.
Stealing. Look at that. Look at these combos. This is the best MLG play I've ever seen.
You're proper cheating though, you are there.
I'm thinking about making a competitive scene about this game, if I'm honest.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
MLG.
You are doing particularly well. Oh.
No, I wasn't doing that well. Oh, better than that. What the hell?
That's a way better than
Oh,
what I did.
absolutely
How do you go MLG on a virus named Tom?
Yeah. Yeah, this is my Elite Tour player right
You're just
here.
like you're just scared of them. You're just like running every time
Oh,
you get.
fuck off. I'm playing it safe.
Yeah.
I'm a pasty white boy, leave me alone.
That's not exactly safe.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was abysmal in fairness.
Heard that out.
This is cool. See, now this is how you play it safe, but also actually get.
Feeling bad.
Oh,
Like,
that's how
Run
you.
away from it.
Yeah, you got one, I got two!
Oh god, here we go. This here,
That was needlessly risky.
that was neat.
So impressive.
It was impressive, but very needless.
It had
See,
pizzazz, which
this
is...
first part looks amazing, and then it's like he got scared. Oh,
Yeah.
well, what do?
It wasn't even the fact that I got scared, I just got cocky, okay? Ah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Oh, you just look like you're running circles around him.
I bet anything he'll die
Just
straight
mad
away.
skills.
Yeah, it's not that much better from your first attempt though, is it really?
Go on, that's it.
Let's dodge this shit.
What in the hell?
You're just standing idle in the middle, just chilling out.
Just having a break. He's doing the same as me. It's the master plan.
Yeah.
It's like playing chicken.
You're just gonna play chicken.
There you go.
That was grand.
Oh god.
Look at this, look at this. Look how like, I'm
Greg
so
doesn't care.
devil may care. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, you got your shit handed to you.
Yeah, no, but at least I tried it.
See, this is how Boss Man plays the game.
Or boss man.
Yeah.
More like Howard.
Oh, what are you on about?
Here we go.
The one... that cut off way too
You
early, it
just see
didn't
my
even
frame
show.
rate dropping because my computer can't handle any kind of game.
I know that feels.
Yeah, stop pulling out the excuses.
I honestly think I'm going to win this challenge.
Yeah,
That was...
if you say so.
Oh, okay, I see, no, never mind.
Yeah,
I was
I think we
gonna
can
say
officially
that.
announce Dan wins the Parable Challenge 1.
That's it from the Parable team for today, but you guys can get involved with the series as well, as I promised you at the start of the episode. You can even have a chance to win the featured game that we played this week. All you have to do is take a guess at who amongst the Parable team managed to capture the most energy reserves, and drop your guess down there in the comments section. We'll then add up all of the correct guesses into a draw, and one lucky person can win. At the start of the second episode, we'll go ahead and show you the most successful footage from the Parable team, and announce who won. Of course, a lot of you already have the game, and if that is the case, there's a way for you guys to get involved as well. All you have to do is just record your attempt at the very same challenge and send it to our email listed below, and we'll be sure to feature it in our next episode. Thanks very much for watching, and we hope that you'll join us next week.